But let's go ahead and welcome in right now your Dallas Cowboys second-round pick, Marshawn Kneeland. Marshawn, how are you, sir? Happy draft day, man. What was it like getting the call from Jerry?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's a great experience, man. It's just exciting.
So we've been studying your tape, man. You've got a lot of fun attributes to your game. I think some of the speed. You are also a converted offensive player. I think you played tight end in high school, but you're a freak athlete. What can you tell us about some of your background and your athletic ability?
Like you said, I played tight end. I also played wide receiver. I did track. I did basically everything in track as far as running. I've always been athletic. I was a little bit smaller growing up, so that I had that athleticism, and I continued to build on that as I got bigger, which I kept a lot of it.
Did you have a feeling that the Cowboys were pretty interested in you during this process?
Decently so. Yeah, I had a lot of visits, and yeah. So they definitely gave a good amount of interest.
Did Coach Zimmer, the defensive coordinator, get to chat with you there? What did Zim have to say?
Basically talking with him, it was just, just saying, obviously he liked me. But the draft is crazy. It's always play out different. So it's just a great experience to be able to even be here.
Hey, Marshawn, I don't know how much you know about DeMarcus Lawrence, but I think that's probably a healthy comparison whenever you look at what you can bring to the next level. How excited are you to work with him and then Micah Parsons as well?
Definitely great. Very excited just to be able to come there and, obviously learn and just grow and, help out and be an impact player as fast as possible.
Yeah, and coming from a small program like Western Michigan and being a second-round pick, why do you feel like you should be valued just as much as these Power 5 guys coming into the next level as well?
Because, I put in the work, put in the time. I think, obviously, depending on the school you go to, I don't think it matters that much. I got invited to the Senior Bowl, Combine, and I'm pretty sure I did decently well there to even put me in this position. So I think it's, I deserve the same respect as anybody else.
Marshawn, how big was, and congratulations first of all on getting selected, but how big, when you talk about having that chip on your shoulder and coming from a group of 5, how big was Senior Bowl week, do you think, for you to be able to showcase to teams like, I belong here on the same field with these Power 5 guys?
It was definitely a great trip. Just being able to go out there and basically show what I can do, and I'm not just doing it against a group of 5 players, but Power 5 as well. It was just great. Obviously, carrying that chip on my shoulder wherever I go, because I've always been an underdog, no matter where I was at, just being under-recruited out of high school and obviously college, and now here.
Marshawn, Nick mentioned that you have the comparison to a Tank Lawrence here in Dallas. You seem to have a pretty good feel for the run game. Is that something that you take pride in, being a run stopper, despite the fact that, you are considered an edge and a lot of these guys are, rushing the passer?
Mm-hmm. I definitely take great pride in that because obviously you got to get to the pass down by stopping the run most of the time. I like violence. I like physicality. So I'm always going to come off and hit. So, obviously working with that, you take violence and physicality, that's going to stop the run regardless, and you can translate that to pass easily.
Yeah, how did you develop that snap you got in your hands? Like you hit guys with those 2 hands, and those guys stop in their tracks. Natural strength, a guy, big weight room guy. You're impressive with the way you're able to use your hands to play that way.
Definitely a big weight room guy, but I feel like I've always had that strength. Even when I was a little bit skinnier playing defensive line, I was probably 160, 170 playing in high school and still being physical, hitting guys, and obviously a little bit more faster there. But I think obviously growing, being in the weight room, getting bigger, just made it more stable where I'm hitting guys all the time and just going around basically.
Last one for you, Marshawn. I know you're a former track guy. Micah Parsons, he ran a 4.39 40. You think you could beat him in a race?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Hey, I will take that up on the 400. I say I'll get him in there.
Okay, give him the distance. Yeah, okay, I see your strategy.
Don't let him hear that,
Marshawn.
Man. Don't let him hear that.
What a badass high jumper as well, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Marshawn Kneeland with us here, and it's been great talking with you. One last thing I wanted to ask you about is they did a great job at Western Michigan kind of standing you up and getting some different mismatches. Where do you think you are the most comfortable along the defensive line?
I feel like just being able to play everywhere, I feel like I'm comfortable. Obviously, like I said, I was skinnier and not smaller, but skinnier when I was growing up. So I played safety. So I've had the experience from that, from standing up and being able to move around like that. Obviously, in high school, most of the time I played D-line. So, most of my career has been pretty good balance of standing up and getting down. So I feel comfortable over it all.
All right, last one, just a fun one before we let you go, just to learn a little bit about you. What's the pregame meal?
Dude, a pregame meal. Obviously, fruits, veggies, all that, the salad. Obviously, got to have the protein and meat, the carbs, pasta, and yeah.
There we go.
A lot of guys don't eat.
I know some guys. You
A
get too
lot of
nervous.
guys don't eat. I'm surprised to hear that you eat. You're like, nah,
You gotta eat.
I ain't missing no
I'm
meals.
ready. Marshawn, this has been awesome, man. We can't wait to get to meet you here. Welcome to Dallas whenever you land, and congratulations on being a Dallas Cowboy, man.
Good, thank you.
There he goes, Marshawn Kneeland, pick 56 overall in the second round.